Well, the weather forecasters promised us an agreeable day for football, and that's exactly what we've got. I'm Derek Ray, and joining me to provide expert analysis is Stuart Robson. And if this game lives up to its billing, we're in for a riveting occasion. It's France against Mumbai City.
This should be a good game. Great atmosphere inside the stadium. We've got two teams full of quality, some interesting matchups, and two coaches that want to play an attractive brand of football. What more could you ask for?
Stoichkov. Beckham. Best. Went in strongly, decisively. And it goes down as a missed opportunity from there. Eden Hazard. Wayne Rooney. Stoichkov. On to Palmer. Effective looking pass. Oh, he's through here. Dear, oh dear. An oops moment on the shooting front, you've got to say.
Well, the less said about that, the better, I think.
Chiellini. Beckham. And it's with Dumfries. Rudi Völler. And Best has it. Element of risk there, but he's won the ball. And in with a real chance. Oh, surely this time. And Lionel Messi has scored the opening goal of the contest. Such a boost.
Well, here it is again. He's alive to the situation. He makes good contact with the ball and he keeps it down. That's a nice-headed goal.
So France get the ball rolling once more. We're about to find out how they're going to react to the setback. Wayne Rooney. Kout. And it's with Dumfries. Now with Kout. Kout! Oh, a great chance it was. Goalkeeper has it. And with that, the first half draws to a close. So back underway here into the second half. Cole Palmer. Hazard. Rudi Völler. Cole Palmer. Stam. Dirk Kuyt. So a goal kick here. Great vision to switch the play. France moving the ball forward. What can they do from here? But they took care of the situation defensively. Kout. Rooney. And it's going to be a free kick. And a goal almost bewitching in its beauty. Excellent technique.
Well, I'm surprised he took it on from there, but look at the result. Fantastic outcome.
So underway again following the goal that made things level. Messi. 15 minutes left for play. Just lost his focus. Throw in here. Hazard. On to Chiellini. Dirk Kuyt. Wayne Rooney. Only 5 minutes left for play and tension galore with the teams locked together. Well, offside by the merest of margins. Kuyt. On to Rooney. And a fine tackle. Cole Palmer. Time running out, but they could yet win it. Well, this is far from over. We're going to have 5 minutes of stoppage time. And taken away from Hazard. Opportunity it is. And couldn't keep himself onside. And there it is, the full-time whistle. Well, they can't be separated, and goals very much part of the equation. Stuart, as always, interested to get your final analysis.
Well, Derek, it was a really good game between two evenly matched teams. Both had their moments, but neither side...
And a warm welcome on what is a fine day for football. I'm delighted to be able to report. I'm Derek Ray, perched here on the commentary gantry, and sitting alongside me to provide expert analysis is Stuart Robson. And with the game just moments away now, this really ought to be a superb watch. It is Manchester City against Mumbai City.
Well, often we talk about the tactics, the individual players that are missing, but so often it's the mentality of the players that is key to winning any football game. Which of these teams has the right attitude today is the big question.
City couldn't keep it. Well, shooting like that isn't going to live long in the memory.
Well, poor decision, bad technique, and a waste of a very good situation.
Messi. Now with Kuyt. Minch. Determined defending. Couldn't keep it. Messi. And now back with the keeper. Dirk Kuyt. Good bit of ball winning. And support available. Vinicius Junior. And he's made headway. And the keeper flings himself at the ball. Oh, goalkeeping heroics!
Well, he's done brilliantly there. He's reacted so quickly to that shot.
The clearance wasn't decisive. Snyder. Now with Kuyt. Dirk Kuyt. Vinicius Junior. Committed challenge. Well, back and forth in terms of possession. Stoichkov. Vinicius Junior. We've had the official word. There will be a minimum of 2 added minutes. Well, the managers will now deliver their half-time team talks. We're at the end of 45 minutes in this game. So underway again here, and after a quiet first half, things can only get better. Palmer. Kuyt. Well, that's how to keep the opposition at bay. Michael Owen. And now their turn to have the ball. And Messi carries it forward. What's he going to do from this position? Michael Owen. A very effective challenge put in. Well, we're into the final half hour. Very alertly winning back possession. Well, I think just lost his focus for a second, and a throw-in conceded. Stoichkov. An effective ball. Messi. Well, that's quite a bit off target.
Well, it was certainly worth a go, but needs to strike it cleaner than that.
Minch. Messi. Well, we're inside the final 15 minutes. Wesley Sneijder. And in the right position to make sure it didn't go all the way through. And it's positive from Manchester City. Is it in the cards for them to score a late winner? Can they forge ahead? Oh, they've done it! They forged ahead, and it might be the goal that gives them victory.
Well, I have to say, looking at the replay, he couldn't have placed that any better, could he? What a good goal that is.
What a big moment in the dying embers. Will it prove decisive here? Gullit. Dirk Kuyt. Well, the stoppage time situation, 1 minute here. And so the referee blows for full time, and it goes down as a victory for the visitors.
It was very competitive. Chances at both ends, but I feel they were the better team, and they deserved their victory.
Well, the weather forecasters promised us an agreeable day for football, and that's exactly what we've got. I'm Derek Ray, and sharing commentary with me, as usual, is Stuart Robson. And with the game just moments away now, this really ought to be a superb watch. How do you see it panning out?
Well, Derek, as is always the case, the team that dominates midfield will be the team that controls the flow of the game. And that, for me, is the area that's key today.
Holland. Oh, what a hit! From long range and showing how to strike the ball with absolute perfection. Wonderful technique.
Well, let's take another look, because this is a special goal. He's so far out when he strikes it. He couldn't have hit that any better.
So back underway. Intriguing contest this, given the 2-1 scoreline. Palmer. Nicely out of there. Just like that, they have the ball again. Well, there it is. Real resilience for you, having been 2 goals down.
Well, look at the finish here. He's just eased that beyond the keeper. That's a good goal, you have to say.
Well, back underway here, and they've split the 4 goals between them so far. It's in, and this really takes your breath away. A comeback and a half.
Well, I won't get tired of watching this. It's an outstanding bit of play. Just look how far he runs with the ball. That's a great goal.
The first half here comes to an end. So back in business here. Who wants it more in the second half? And Messi in a good position. What can he and his teammates do? Well, only just wide of the post. Marcus Thuram. Useful looking position, you've got to say. But a good piece of defending to bring it to an end. And the man he's hoping to find is Messi. He's in behind. And a goal it is! They lead by 2 now. Fully deserved.
Well, as you can see, he's a dangerous runner with the ball. He has such good balance and pace. That's a top-class goal, isn't it?
So the current scoreline, 4-2. And out of play, the pass nearly worked out, but not quite. And so 30 minutes left for play in this one. Determined defending. Well, giving the ball away. Barella. Holland. And on to Sneijder. An easy one for the keeper there. Marcus Thuram. Untidy to lose the ball. And it's Messi going forward. What's he going to do next? Well, not the easiest of saves, but you'd expect him to stop it. Can he? Well, mopping up defensively. Messi. Just 15 minutes remaining. Well, he wasn't likely to get away with that. Lionel Messi. And that was a very fine read. Marcus Thuram. Difficult to stop him. Well, it came to nothing in the end. Holland, and he might be through here. Can he finish? Oh, that's a magnificent volley! What a thumper! And far from simple to put it away, yet dispatched seemingly with ease. If ever there were a reason to get emotional about a goal, you've just been exposed to it.
Well, here's the replay, and it's a really inviting ball played into the box, begging players to attack it. And what a clever bit of play it was from Messi, both with his movement and his finish. That's a nice goal.
Martinez. Lionel Messi. Opportunity it is. And beyond the last defender, offside. Palmer. And that is going to be that. Well, a tale of woe in terms of the scoreline as far as the visitors are concerned here.
That just wasn't good enough today. A lack of a game plan, too many players below par, and not enough energy all around the pitch. A really worrying performance for me.
Hello and welcome, and I can tell you it was a dry walk to the gantry today, no rain in sight. I'm your match commentator Derek Ray, and sitting alongside me, the former Arsenal, West Ham and Coventry midfield player Stuart Robson. And without doubt a match with the potential to bring genuine excitement. It's Mumbai City facing Manchester City.
We can talk about coaches and their methods, but it's now down to the players. Which ones are going to stand out, who will affect the game, and who will have the greater desire? It should be a cracking game, though.
Sneijder. Well, a really good run. Can he make it count? Oh, splendid header, but a fine save. Oh, and it goes! And that is simply vivacious on the volley. Take a bow, take several bows. The degree of difficulty was high, but you wouldn't know it. What a skill to possess. Absolutely marvellous. So the ball is running again at 2-2. Holland. Cole Palmer. Nicely timed tackle. Can they forge ahead? And it's in! They're back in front! Stunning scenes here!
Well, just look how he holds off the defender. He keeps his balance and he still hits the target. What a good goal that is.
On they go again. A wake-up call for the City players, maybe. Can they find a response now? And with that, the first half draws to a close. So the referee's whistle as the action is restarted. De Kout. And Moore. Cole Palmer. Now Holland. Well, the ball back with City here. Palmer. Messi. Kout. Did well to clear it away. From a long way out. Rodri. Mateus Nunes. Bernardo Silva. Silva. Hold on! Great work defensively, but still the chance. Wesley Sneijder. Holland. And he's made headway. It has to be, surely. Tajani Reinders. Well read to ease the pressure. Well, they're on the scent of something positive. Will he finish? Oh, crucial interception. Holland. De Kout. Holland. In position. Must finish. And it's a double for him in this game. No way for the opposition to contain him. And no wonder he's off celebrating.
Well, they had chances to deal with that better. They'll be really disappointed with that.
So the current scoreline, 4-2. A quarter of an hour remaining here. And in with a real chance. Still could finish. Can he score? A goal! How about that? He's put it away to make it a hat-trick.
Well, as we see it again, he was never going to miss that, was he? That's a really simple finish in the end.
Omar Marmoush. The ball with Rodri. Oh, big chance. Might finish now. There it is, and he could scarcely have had an easier finish.
Well, just look at the defending here. They've made it so easy for him in the end. That's just not good enough.
So they restart the game, but that goal truly feels like the final nail. Ruben Dias. So almost at full time, and the home side very much in command. Stuart, what have you made of their overall performance?
Well, the result has never really been in doubt, has it? They've created so many chances with some brilliant attacking play. I think they've looked an outstanding team today.
City get the corner. Not the clearance that was called for. And there goes the final whistle. And the home fans are going to be happy about this outcome.
You're absolutely right. Their attacking play was excellent, full of energy and pace, and the midfield completely dominated the game. It was a great all-round performance.
Hello, it's great to be with you, and I don't think anybody is going to complain, especially about the weather. My name is Derek Ray, and my commentary partner on this occasion is Stuart Robson. And if this game lives up to its billing, we're in for a riveting occasion. It's Mumbai City up against Bayern Munich.
Well, thanks, Derek, as always. The scene is set. Two good teams, a great playing surface, and a vibrant atmosphere. It has all the ingredients for a really exciting game.
Sneijder. Lionel Messi. Perfect tackle. Bayern regaining possession here. Kane. Kout. Messi. Oh, he's through here. Well, wasted opportunity here. Would have been a decent chance, but offside the verdict. Palmer. Kout. Now Haaland. Sneijder. Well, a bit more in the way of precision was required. Cole Palmer. Well, a classic example of how to intercept. Joshua Kimmich. Stoichkov. Serge Gnabry. Josip Stanisic. Just cutting off the supply. Ball played nicely. And he's made headway. And it's a goal. Level again. What a match this is turning out to be.
Well, here's another look, and you can see what a good finish this is. He holds off the defender brilliantly and keeps his composure. That's a great goal.
So underway again here on the back of that leveller. Bobby Moore. Nicely cut out. And a goal! That's his brace! They just can't keep him quiet!
Well, here it is again. Messi's cross really invites somebody to go and attack it. And then what a finish by Haaland. He just seems to have a great understanding of where to place himself in the box. That's a brilliant goal.
Well, the ball is moving again. Can Bayern come up with the right reply? Well, the perfect tackle, really. And now a throw-in. Luis Diaz. Josip Stanisic. Determined defending. Well, he's certainly not alone. An effective ball. And over the touchline for what will be a Bayern throw-in. Serge Gnabry. And so it is, the first half story has been written. And off we go again. The second half has begun. Count. Messi. Good use of the ball, but can they trouble the defence? At times they make passing look easy. Confident play. And he's only gone and made it a hat-trick. Absolutely unplayable today. What a performance.
Well, let's take another look now, and it's a superb cross by Messi, but the finish is so easy. He's given far too much time and space. He doesn't even have to jump. Poor defending, you have to say.
So they get the ball moving again. 3-1 the scoreline here. What's going to happen next? Stoichkov. And a solid clearance. So out for a throw-in. Serge Gnabry. Now with Olise. Failed to keep hold of it. And no-nonsense defensive clearance. Luis Diaz. Messi. Throw in then for Bayern. Well, we're into the final half hour. Serge Gnabry. Untidy to lose the ball. Haaland. Alphonso Davies. Count. Now with Messi. Josip Stanisic. Kimmich. Well, play stopped. It is a free kick. And following the infringement, a caution.
Yeah, no surprise there. That was always going to be a booking.
And the substitution will occur now. And good safe hands on display. Luis Diaz. Upamecano. Goretzka. Well, that's how to keep the opposition at bay. Palmer. Teammates available. Opportunity here. And not cleared away properly. And second time around he scores. But the keeper left to wonder what his defenders were doing.
Well, when you see this again, I think the goalkeeper's very unlucky. He makes a good initial save, but the ball comes off of him, rebounds straight to an attacker, and the finish is excellent.
So the match has restarted, but you do feel that is that. Wesley Sneijder. Palmer. Alphonso Davies. And it's with Hristo Stoichkov. Oh, did well to skip through. Alo Iran! Oh, without putting too fine a point on it, that was a horrific effort. Well, on the cusp of the final whistle and the home side really prospering today. Interested to get your take.
Well, the result has never really been in doubt, has it? They've created so many chances with some brilliant attacking play. I think they've looked an outstanding team today.
Ta. Harry Kane. Wesley Sneijder. And on to Sneijder. And on to Kout. Certainly fancied it, but the keeper bit. And there it is, the final whistle. Disappointment for Bayern Munich and the many fans around the world. Not exactly what they had in mind. I wonder what you thought of it all.
That just wasn't good enough today. A lack of a game plan, too many players below par.
Well, nights like these are just what you hope for as a spectator. A warm welcome. I'm Derek Ray, in position to bring you live match commentary, and my expert analyst, as always on these occasions, is Stuart Robson. And with the atmosphere really building up nicely, we should be in for a terrific contest. It's Fluminense against Mumbai City.
Thanks, Derek, as always. This should be a good game. Great atmosphere inside the stadium. We've got two teams full of quality, some interesting matchups, and two coaches that want to play an attractive brand of football. What more could you ask for?
Holland. Well, he knows what he's doing defensively. Vinicius Junior. Ferreira. And alleviating the pressure. Stoichkov. And the ball with Alphonso Davies. Kroos. Toni Kroos. Vitor Ferreira. Toni Kroos. And Kroos failed to hold it. The attack showed promise. Heung-min Son. Hadji. Son. Toni Kroos. Federico Valverde. Vinicius! The clearance from Bobby Moore. Now they're going to alter things. Here's the substitution. Zé Roberto. Dirk Kuyt. Well, very effective play in possession. Well, nothing comes of it. It looked promising. The first half here comes to an end. Second half underway, and both teams will be itching to break the deadlock. Stoichkov. Real chance! And there it is! The opening goal! 1-0, and they'll feel they deserve it!
Well, here's the replay, and it all starts off with that cross into the box, just begging for a teammate to get on the end of it. And then the finish is just as good from Haaland. He just strikes the ball with such power and accuracy. That's a wonderful goal.
Vinicius Junior. Vitor Ferreira. Now Son. Hadji. Smuggled away. 30 minutes left for play. Theo Hernandez. Hadji. And cleared away. Messi. Promising avenue of attack favoured by Messi. Can't miss, surely! And we cannot say enough about that save.
Well, how did he stop that? That is a remarkable save.
Oh, can't miss! And a goal it is! They lead by 2 now. Fully deserved.
Well, here it is again. He's alive to the situation. He makes good contact with the ball and he keeps it down. That's a nice headed goal.
So back underway with the scoreline standing at 2-0. Ferreira. 15 minutes left for play. And he read it well defensively. Messi. Cole Palmer. Wesley Sneijder. Sneijder. Decent effort there.
Well, he has such good technique. He really did hit that well. He certainly came close there.
And on to Vidic. Hadji. Kroos. Zé Roberto. It's with Vinicius Junior. They've got themselves back into it. A lifeline in this game. And this could be a dramatic finale.
Well, as you can see, this is a great bit of skill. He hits it perfectly, doesn't he? That's a brilliant strike.
And so the final whistle here. The visitors come out on top, Stuart.
It was very competitive. Chances at both ends, but I feel they were the better team and they deserved their victory.
Hello and welcome, and I can tell you it was a dry walk to the gantry today, no rain in sight. I'm your match commentator Derek Ray, and sitting alongside me, the former Arsenal, West Ham and Coventry midfield player Stuart Robson. And the general feeling is we should be in for a spellbinding occasion. It's River Plate against Mumbai City.
Well, as always, I'm looking forward to this because both teams have strong aspects to their game. Both managers like to play attacking football, and we've got some good matchups all over the pitch.
Kylian Mbappe. Oh, looked rushed there. He's gone and found the net! Brilliant piece of finishing! Magnificent goal!
Well, as you can see, this is a wonderful strike. He makes the perfect connection, and he has so much pace on it. It's a great goal.
So the ball rolling again, with the scoreline standing at 1-0. Stoichkov. Nesta. Now with Park. Now with Kvaratskhelia. Can he finish? And there it is! A two-goal cushion now, and they just need to keep the concentration.
Well, here it is again. He goes past his marker so easily with just a drop of the shoulder, and from there, he never looked like missing. That's a lovely goal.
So underway again, and a 2-0 advantage here. Haaland. Messi. And Messi in full control of the ball here. Stoichkov. Well, touched onto the woodwork. And danger dealt with for now. Lilian Thuram. Now Haaland. Stoichkov. Now with Messi. Real chance. In it goes! To reduce the deficit. Still very much alive and kicking.
Well, it's a goal you'd expect him to score, but he kept his cool and he put it away nicely. He'll be happy with that.
So back underway. Intriguing contest this, given the 2-1 scoreline. Dirk Kuyt. Very effective passing sequence. Well, at times, fans live for moments like that.
Well, that's a really good example of how to perform a bicycle kick. Great stuff.
Cole Palmer. Well, the managers will now deliver their half-time team talks. We're at the end of 45 minutes in this game. Well, as they get the ball rolling again, interesting to see how the second half pans out. Wesley Sneijder. Palmer. Moving the ball really well here. It's there for him. Oh, a goal! The equaliser! They've completely changed the equation.
Well, this is a brilliant strike, as you can see. He hits it with so much power. The keeper had no chance. Fantastic finish.
Well, you've really got to give credit to the entire team, because this was a bit like climbing Mount Everest. Alphonso Davies. On to Kvaratskhelia. And still dangerous. Nothing to show for that attack. Palmer. Stoichkov. On to Messi. An opportunity to forge ahead from this corner situation. And they're making a change. Well, nothing comes of it. And into the last 15 minutes of action. Park Ji-sung. Mbappe?
Well, what a final few minutes we have here. And the fans are certainly playing their...
Can they forge ahead? Oh, they've done it! They forged ahead, and it might be the goal that gives them victory.
Well, let's take another look. And wow, how cleanly does he hit that? The keeper was never going to save it. What a good goal that is.
Here it is now, a substitution. What a big moment in the dying embers. Will it prove decisive here? Al-Owairan. On to Holland. They're showing a willingness to... Chances on. Spectacular save. Top-class goalkeeping. A corner kick, and who knows, this might represent the last chance to grab an equaliser. Danger averted by Koeman. And that will be all for this game. Defeat for the visitors. That's the big story.
Well, I thought it was a really intense game. Lots of quality, lots of good individual displays. In the end, though, they won't be happy with the defeat, nor the manner of it, conceding so late on.